Cooper always was the most photogenic, like happy, smiling, laughing, just like happy to be alive kind of kid. I mean, and he has his moments, don't get me wrong. He is very much still a 4-year-old. But he just brings people so much joy. So he was diagnosed in early December of 2022. He started having just like random bruises all over his body. He was a 2-year-old boy, you know, he plays rough, that kind of thing, but it became abnormal. Like the littlest things were causing a bruise, and then he had a temper tantrum and he got petechiae, so like little blood spots under his eyes. And I would say within 2 hours or so, the pediatrician at the ER came in and was basically like, Cooper's white blood cell count is very high, his platelets are very low. And I was like, okay, so he has some type of infection. And the pediatrician was like, no, likely leukemia. You need to pick a hospital and we need to act quickly. And it all happened, you know, within a matter of 4 or 5 hours, basically. So he was diagnosed with T-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia. So T-cell ALL is what, I guess, how you'll hear it mostly diagnosed.
It was hard to see him, like, when they had to put him under and stuff, and we had, like, tubes coming out of his neck. That got me pretty good. They're telling you about all the side effects from the chemo, and they're like, which one of those is you got to get? So, I don't know, I guess you just not knowing what's going to happen is tough.
Toughest thing was seeing your kid being sick. Like, there's just nothing prepares you for that. There's nothing that you can do. And I think one of the hardest things for me was like the questions of like, why? You just start to question, like, was it something you did? Was it something you could have done differently? And that kind of like really messes with your mind for a while. So you have to get yourself to like a good place, because unfortunately, you know, life does go on.
Just hearing what the doctors had to say, and I guess the confidence they had, and they already kind of had a plan. We didn't have a clue what was going on. I mean, in all honesty, I thought our kid was dying. So when he came in to tell us the plan, and it was all mapped out, and I guess their confidence helped me.
So he achieved remission last March. So he's been cancer free since last March. So he's, you know, 4 years old, and he's been through so much already, and he just keeps on smiling. I wish that I had Cooper's spirit. He's just such an amazing human, and I tell him every night when I say goodnight, I tell him that I'm proud of him and that he's my hero every single night.